Anyway, go siame re tla ja Setswana gompieno.
Ba Westside FM ka lebitso ke setšhaba sa Galepere. I'm information researcher for TBS Systemi, so I'm here to come and inform you guys more about the fourth IR and what is coming with it, along with it.
Sanibonani bantu base Westside FM igama uNsindiso wakaLubobo. Mina ngi-recruiter, candidate recruiters for TBS Systemi, and then which is we are here to inform you about what is what about FYR and TBS Systemi.
Right. So tell me then about how many people did you recruit? Hey, internally you recruiter so far. Last week only. I want to see if you actually work for you serve your community, you get the people.
Yeah, I could say roughly the people that I've informed, they are not yet recruited because of the Uktala Wizindo is still far, but at least I have a 10 to 20 that I have, which is I'm about to get them to start at the beginning of December, just to test them and see what if they are ready for FYR. Are they able to come to the party?
Oh,
so
okay.
I can't just take anyone who is not passionate, who is not interested, who is not equipped about technology. So I'm still trying to all abantu who are equipped, who are relevant, try to take them by the relevant. Not that if you don't know nothing about technology, I don't want you. I will take you and try to equip you. As long as you have a passion and interested and willing to do it. That's how far I am.
Okay. And then Mr. Researcher. And what did you research in the past week?
In the past week, I was just researching more about the blockchain and everything, and how it works, and how the system works for the application development and the website development, based on how we're going to develop our businesses for the next coming future and everything. How we're going to interact through the cyber world, and how we're going to advertise our businesses through that, and how we're going to market ourselves as the fourth IR has intruded our communities and our lives. Yeah, so that's my research by far. But even though I don't have that much information based on that blockchain, but I'm still on it, and I'm still researching more on the core I9.
The core I9, eh?
I9,
Right, yeah.
Like
Like I raised last week. Yes. Oh, you did make a research about it? All right.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a good boy, eh?
Yes, that's why we use that.
Yeah. All right. No, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's very interesting. At least I gave you work to do.
At least that's why I love being here on your show, eh?
Right, Madam Speaker. Yeah. Today we talking further about the 4IR, but I would like us to go a bit back and then to talk about make a summary actually of what we spoke about last week. You started people from the first Industrial Revolution, and then until to the fourth, and then you got into the bit of details to talk about things that should be expected and so forth. And then on my researches, I still feel that we are far behind as South Africans, because of now there is a new fifth Industrial Revolution that has already started, working towards sixth Industrial Revolution, but we're still here on the fourth one, by the way. Right, so can you just take us through?
Okay, Barretsi, with the current situation, Yarona, Neribuaka consultation and how the workforce Yarona will be empowered. Ha le shebisisa haholo mo mesebetsing e mengata e batla hore motho a ba sebetsa ko company ya semangmang, Mara, fourth industrial revolution gives you the power, have the ability to work for yourself from home using the various techniques that are available. Hans Rishebeletse Honache more the economic forum, Banswa highlighted the main thing that is going to take over this current revolution, which is agriculture, which we really do not take so seriously. But if you think about it, agriculture it was a for your current fellow people. If you were to be an individual who's going to plant, do your normal plantations, and then employ other people, sell to the very community that you are working in, that will also make sure that you are generating into the economic development of your current economic community. Over and above that, artificial intelligence, it has really taken over in a big way. Now we're looking at artificial intelligence into the healthcare system. More people are no more going to need to go and okay, the funny thing is that everybody's now taking Dr. Google very seriously and Google all the symptoms and everything else. But not every time is Dr. Google giving you the right So you need to ensure that you go to the hospital. But now hospitals are taking on new technologies. Laser are coming on, as well as cyborg last week when we were here. So now you'll be able to have a functioning technological electronic hand that is working as well as your normal hand should you lose a limb or something of that nature. So over and above that, we are going to various sectors that are going to open up a lot of opportunities for Batwaron. It's just especially when I think about agriculture being our next gold cow. So we need to make sure that we look into that field.
Now you are mentioning agriculture, right? Being one of the most important subjects to involve the 4IR.
Yes.
Now we are also mentioning in the crisis, water crisis currently. How is this 4IR going to solve this issue that is currently prevailing in South Africa?
Wow, that is an awesome one. And are you aware that there are so many methods? That's why agriculture is such a great one, where we either use the most sprinklers of water, where you don't need so much water to be consumed to make your own plants. Your old way of planting in the ground, we are now planting through different types of aquaponics. Different little methodologies where you have pipes and you just put your plants in there. So your normal person, or a young person, would say that you can still do and be part of agriculture by making sure that you have a little bit of space where you can have a little bit of sunlight, put those little plants, more your normal water pipe, just block holes in it, you plant your seeds there, you have something that will hold the plants in there. Awesome, wonderful. So yes, there is a variety of things that one can take into, especially with water being the main source that we are trying to consume or conserve.
Aquaponics.
Yes,
please expand that just a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll be correct to say for Abu Mama Betwe Makaya. This has to do with planting indoors.
it is both indoors.
Okay.
But again, if you think about it, your fishes, your aqua fishes, you can have plants that are based in that type of water. Now, this is the type of water that will work twice. Mm-hmm. It's water to have for planting. It's water that fishes can also live in and also have their eggs and so forth. Mm-hmm. But now, when we think about it, it is a system that is not going to take too much space. It's a system that's not going to take too much water, but it is going to produce the best quality of vegetables as well. Then we have this system where you then color your vegetables. So you have a pepper that is not green as per normal, but you'll have purple peppers. Why? Innovation. 4IR comes with innovation. 4IR comes with creativity. You just need to just expand yourself. The sky's the limit. You are not limited. We're not limited. Anything is possible.
Yes, very interesting indeed. I'm thinking about the cabbage being colored to be red. No, not even red. to be gold, gold cabbage, and then whatsoever. But still,
it's
we'll
possible.
test.
It's possible, Babu.
Yeah, it's possible. I
mean-
don't. I'm just thinking.
Artificial.
We're allowed to dream.
We are allowed to be
Artificial.
I'm just thinking.
My baby daughter uthanda izinto zonke zibe pink, so I think
Pink cabbage,
Why not? Why not?
pink potato. Right. Anyway, very interesting indeed. I was hoping that you are going to go back a bit to talk about the first industrial. What was it? The second one. What was it? Third. What was it? Fourth. And why fourth? And then and the likes, so that whoever that could not be able to listen to us last week, then they'll be able to now. So to catch up with us because of already sesikhuluma ngama aqua. Yeah. Right.
Aquaponics.
Yeah.
All right, but it's first industrial revolution. Haraka shebisisa morago go no na di cavemen ba ne ba dula go caving ba hunter and all that. So bona shem hazamba ba classify. Mara re tadile go classify gantle ka di industrial revolution ha se go kena steam.
1890s.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, this is when Hannibal decided to ba the railway, but so now instead of moving your wood or what, the old way of oxen or horses, the train, which made everything so much quicker for everybody, and life seemed so much easier. Yeah, by the second industrial revolution, as I said, the second industrial revolution came about electricity, the telephone. So those ones we can highlight Henry Ford, who then started with this locomotive type of industry where they were making and manufacturing cars, but they made it so simple that life became so much easier for him because he had a system of moving a vehicle from one individual to the next, to the extent that it became so quick it took 25 minutes just to make a fully fledged vehicle at that particular time. So that is how we highlighted. Then the third industrial revolution, similar to the fourth, was when we introduced computers. So Apple, no, not Apple, but Microsoft, but Steve Jobs, the computers are IBM, maybe typewriters,
That's Steve.
So .com back in the day. So that was that. Then we improved it. So now the moral of the story with industrial revolutions is that everything is then improved upon. New methods are introduced. Rabonor, if we can change this is what's going to happen. So when you think of all these industries, it's all about the issues that pains the communities. Improve the current way that we are working or operating. Then the current one, which is the fourth industrial revolution, where we are now signifying and highlighting industries such as cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, your digital marketing. So those are the industries that we are now currently in. And fourth industrial revolution, but if you think about it, already. So you're thinking about your phones. Your phones have been doing so much great things before. Hey, phone camera. How can I do that? Then that's how everything happened. Then they improved it again and said, how about we put in the internet? And the internet got into our phone. From there, we are now using Facebook. Now we are in the thing of digital marketing where we are no longer purchasing things. Well, we still are, but not so rapidly so. Go shop, but you rather do it online. Internet of Things. So now we rather purchase dresses, more internet, more internet. Your cell phone banking is done where internet, cell phone banks, they don't need people. That's why if you skill people, you will not need. So your normal ATM technician, if does not mean that's the end of it. He can still work from home and get the very technologies that they have and make sure that they then consult for your net bank, for another bank, that is, so that they can be able to still sustain themselves. So that is the progression up until the fourth industrial revolution. We are now moving into the fifth industrial revolution. We are now moving into a space where even our phones, we are now going to 5G. We are now moving to a space where everything needs faster, better, efficient way of working. Re etsa sure dilo tsa rona ha di sa tlo ba as slow as they were before, but work is created for a number of people. As narrator pastor last week hore batho ba bangata ba tlo feletsa e le di lazy individuals. Unfortunately, that could be the way that we're going through things, but we are saying the fourth industrial revolution, that space is giving us the option to spend more time with your family, to be flexible, to have more than one type of employment. You need not go to an infrastructure that you call a company to go and work. You can still work. You are a company yourself. You'll be a working brand. So that is more or less the whole thing.
You've mentioned something very, very crucial, if not critical here, to say the Industrial Revolution will make some of us, to be a bit lazy. As it is already, abantwana bethu bahlala basemafonini endlini, mawungena mina ngibheka le na ubheka le sisemafonini all the way kuze kuyolalwa. So where do you then bring a balance? I know it's something new. South Africa is quite late with catching up to this technology, but as you are researching and also finding solutions to this mega monster, if I may say, where does one then bring a balance?
Well, the humanness is where the balance is. There's one thing in Tandayo about the human spirit is that in everything there's God. And in a godly home, you're taught that there's a structure. And that structure is umama, ubaba, abantwana. And if you're taught you spend, as parents, you deliberately make time for your family. Where you then tell, as ubaba, you stand there, you say, okay, fine, every Sunday is our time. Everybody put their phone down, everybody do it. We need to communicate as a family. Now, this is where everything, yes, Konamanji, we don't have that structure as every family. We do have a Bokoko, we do have a mama, but it is our job as adults to take it upon ourselves to say, Bana, yes, you're now on PlayStation, la mare. There is that particular moment where you will have to take time and just put everything down. Let's focus on the family. There's this advert that I love where they say everybody's talking about emoji. I'm hungry emoji. Come to the kitchen emoji. Then mom sends an emoji of a drink and steak, and all the phones are left in their bedrooms. They come to the table and everybody eats. That is how everything should be. You must have that special something with your family that will just make sure that everybody leaves whatever that they're doing and they focus on that. But that's what it takes, deliberate action from individuals.
All right. We still have a crisis in our townships whereby there are people that are, well, should I say, not aware. And some of them right now, they are not listening to Westside FM. They're listening, they're watching television or whatsoever. What is it you as an individual or as a NGO are going to do in order to engage or make an awareness to the community or to the people in our township in terms of this thing of about in the fourth industrial revolution?
Thank you very much, Pastor, for saying that. We as TBS, as STEMI NPO, have taken it upon ourselves collectively to host a fourth industrial career expo. Now, this one is not going to be like any other that everybody else has heard about or been to. This is going to be a platform where individuals are going to interact with industry leaders. They will have an opportunity to speak to someone who is a cybersecurity individual and ask them, hey, wena o bofihle mo o fihlile yang o badile eng o sebetsa mosebetsi o sebetsang o etsa eng on a daily basis. So we give bana ba rona an opportunity or ba khone ho bana le that platform. Hodima mo, we're going to separate it. It tla be le ka November the 28 le the 29. The 28 re batla fela ebe bana ba high school. Why high school? Ra bona tlhoko ya gore re nke bana ba rona re ba tlhalifise ka the current situation re nang yona when it comes to the best suitable careers, best suitable studies for them. Hona ya no re shebile le ko di university ba tshwe gore the current curriculum e bona bana neng yona e ko morago nyana. So they need to be
hardcore
and they are aware.
Why do you them.
Hona ke
Go provide us a favor.
re mo radio ke tshwantse re ba compassion mare e ko mona so le bona ba ipuela ka ba so hona mo go tlo fana le an opportunity for batho ba leng current ba khone hore ba bue le bana ba sekolo ba ba bolele what is currently happening in the industry le bona ba ka empower young. And then on the 29th ke youth. So we are not just saying youth. We're not only young at heart and you want to gain information, you want to gain knowledge. Please, you're more than welcome to come on board. This is where you can also sit down with a recruiter who does recruitment for your cyber people, for your artificial intelligence people, and find out what it is that they do. We do have 3 surprises that are going to be happening on the day. We don't want to give out everything, but would love for a community on TBS Astemi.
If nka era bagolo go ntse fetsang go bua ke Miss Mafokosho we are ka di 29 and di 28 it's gonna be something in gore it will unlock your brains in a sense ya gore o stole ya as a parent never o stole o le ngwana go ilo nna teacher. Not saying to be a teacher is a bad thing, but being able to see the relevant thing at the relevant time and then moving forward with the relevant generation. Because of the youth, especially when it comes to matriculants, because those are the future. As they are the future, which is, it will be very interesting for them to deal with robotics, to get with the cyber security, to know everything about technology, because at the end of the day, technology is going to be something whereby we're going to use it every day, since the microwave. And then going forward, it will be something it will give you more, so that even now, while you still have that young mind, you can be more creative. Instead going to look for a job, you will be creating jobs.
Mr. Research, no, what also something?
Okay, just to add on that, I personally believe that we are in a world that is very much, it's very changed. It has changed in such a drastic way that everything that we touch, it's cyber. Everything that we do, it's technological. So I would love you guys to come through and see the changes that we are going to experience in the near future, and just for you guys to adapt to what we're going to be exposing to the community and what we will be exposing to our youth and our high school levels. Just be there on the 29th and the 28th. Thank you.
Okay. You know, it doesn't take a degree to become an instant billionaire. I know you will something. Yeah. No, it doesn't take any. I'm sitting, I'm thinking, and then thinking about how many Americans and Europeans and Californians and all the people, young people, 18, 19, 20, that are already millionaires, right? And they don't do much. The only thing that they do is to sit behind the computer and do trading.
Yes.
And the next morning, another couple of thousands. In 7 days, already millionaire. Oh, anyway, let's not forget. Let's not talk too much about this because of it's something else. All right. So we are going to take a song, and then after that, we are going to get our guests to say a few words, and then the whole way can they be found, and so forth. I think it is not the last time. Next week, I would like us to talk about the program. I said the 20-something. 19th. The program of the day in the about what's going to happen. It excites me because of it involves young people. It excites me because of it involves the community. It excites me because of it involves also the education part of it. Whereby people are going to get more knowledge and but anyway,
You must adapt.
I must adapt.
We hereby offer a letter of employment to
I actually have a challenge to Usichaba, our researcher here. Just for interest's sake, for our students. I know they like history, they like all things as the historical. This fourth industrial revolution, of course, there was a third, there was a second, there was a first. I know a little bit about Timbuktu University. Timbuktu University, it was a very progressive university back in the days. They created systems as a controller, or as a beguti, ilanga sigupi, izinto eziningi. Maybe when you are presenting your fourth industrial revolution and telling your students about the third, the second, the first, also include the Africa, because it's kind of it's all about Europe, it's all about America,
California,
as if Tina creating anything about please tell us include that too.
And honestly speaking, to tell you the honest truth, the first smartphone was from Africa. It was an African guy from we've been looking for that platform. So
but you see, it was not recorded.
Yes.
That's the unfortunate part of it. There's so many things. There's so many things that we can be able to innovate, right? Yes. But they're not recorded.
Yeah.
So now we have a problem with documentation.
Yes.
You see. So then, let's do that. Let's take a song, and from there we'll come back again, and then just to conclude to conclude our topic for tonight. And next week we'll be strictly going through to the program, and then highlight certain things in the program. And then I'll be stingy because of people, when they hear you getting much details, they have questions. Sibangipama questions, we don't give them questions next week, but we want them to reserve those questions and be able to come and give those questions on a day. Westside FM, you were talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now this is my question.
Yes.
You understand? So then, I think it's very, very much interesting, and then we can definitely engage on that. Let me take Palisa Ari Ngia Gufela. I die for you. Amen.